Good morning, everyone. It's your English class, and today we are going to understand our next topic, that is pronouns. So let's start. Chapter 5, Pronouns. So, dear students, very important part we are going to understand today, that is relative pronouns. Okay. So, a relative pronoun relate a noun to a group of words that follow. This point we will understand with some examples. Like, where is the student who gave me this news? So, dear students, in this sentence, this WH word means who. Who is relative pronoun? Why? Because this who word relate all the part of this sentence, means rest of part of this sentence with the this part. That's why this word is called, mean who is called relative pronoun. Okay, again understand the sentence. Where is the student who gave me this news? So in this, who is relative pronoun, right? And this who word has been used for the student, right? So the student is antecedent of this who word, of this relative pronoun, right? ये who जो वर्ड है ये रिलेटिव प्रोनाउन है, क्योंकि ये बाकी वाले पार्ट को पहले वाले पार्ट से रिलेट करता है, जोड़ता है, राइट? और जिस वर्ड के लिए हु यूज किया गया है वो वर्ड उसका एंटीसीडेंट कहलाता है, राइट? सो इन दिस यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड दैट हु हैज बीन यूज्ड हियर एंड एंटीसीडेंट ऑफ हु इज द स्टूडेंट, राइट? सी द नेक्स्ट सेंटेंस. दिस इज द बुक which you have been looking for. This is the book which you have been looking for. So this WH word connects all the rest of part of this sentence with the book. So which is relative pronoun here, and the book is antecedent of which word? See the next sentence. Here is the color that you wanted. So that is relative pronoun here, and the color is antecedent of that relative pronoun, right? The noun to which a relative pronoun refers back is called its antecedent. This thing I have told you, like which is the back noun, about that word has been used there, so that is called antecedent. So that word has been used here for color, which word has been used here for book, and who word has been used here for the student. So these are the antecedent of these pronouns, right? Next, relative pronouns like who, whom, whose, which, what, and that. These words are used as the relative pronouns, right? Firstly, let's understand how to use who as a relative pronoun. Who, it is used as a subject of the relative clause. So whenever we have to use who, so condition is that it should be the subject of the relative clause. So dear students, suppose that this is the sentence, where is the student who gave me this book? So this part is called relative clause, right? So if you want to use who, so who should be subject of this part, right? See some examples. These are the students who got above 90% marks in the final examination. So you can see that who have been used here as a subject of this part of this relative clause. Okay, so whenever we have to use subject of the relative clause, to hame who we have to use there. And this is the students, means like the students, this word is antecedent of who word. Clear? Next, this is the student who got above 90% marks in the final exams. So secondly, second point I want to make you understand here, dear students. So who, this word means who word, who pronoun as as a relative pronoun. We can use for singular also and for plural also, right? In this antecedent was the students, so that's the plural, but in this antecedent is the student, right, which is singular, right? So again, understand. So who, whom, whose, which, what, and that, when they relate are close to other part of the sentence, then they are called relative pronouns, right? So basically, first word we have to understand who we can use when we have to use as a subject, then we can use who, and who can be used for singular also and for plural also, right? Second point, in second pronoun, whom. Whom is used as an object of a relative clause. So whenever we have to write an object of relative clause, then we should use whom. Like, the girl narrated her story to the old lady whom she met on the way, right? So this whom has been used here. You can like see that she word is there. She is subject. So whom, this word we have used as an object, right? So whenever we have to write the object of the sentence, so whom we can write there. And this is the old lady, that's the antecedent of this part, means like whom word, right? Understand the next example. I called the boy whom you had given your book, right? So this whom has been used here as an object. Suppose that I say here, you had given your book to a boy. You have given your book to a boy. So your book is also object, and to a boy. A boy is also object, but instead of a boy, I have used here whom. So whenever we write any relative pronoun instead of any object, so that is that there we have to use whom word, right? Next, whose. Whose, it is used for possession. So whenever we have to show the possession of someone, so we should use whose word. Like, if I say Dr. Karuna Arora, whose guidance is valuable for us, has come. So I am talking about the guidance of the Dr. Karuna Arora, who is the principal of our school. So here I need to use whose, because I'm showing her possession, right? See the next sentence. My friend Sahil, whose brothers study in the Century School, will come to meet us. So by the whose, I want to show the possession of my friend Sahil. Sahil के भाइयों की बात कर रहा हूँ. So whenever we have to show the possession, so we should use whose word, right? Next, which. Which is used for animal and things as a subject or as an object. So which word को हम subject की तरह भी use कर सकते हैं, object की तरह भी use कर सकते हैं. Basically उसको animals के लिए और things के लिए use करते हैं, right? Like, the book which I gave you is very interesting. The book which I gave you is very interesting. So you can see that this which word we have used for the book. The book is no living thing, that is an object, right? Means anything. So which word we can use for things also and for animals also. Like, the book which you gave to which was given to you is very interesting. So dear friends, in two examples, I want to make you understand that which word we can use as a subject and as an object also. See the sentence. The book which I gave you. So which word has been used here as an object in this sentence? But see here, the book which was given. So was is verb and which is subject of this, right? So which word can be used as a subject of the verb and as an object of the verb? Okay, in first sentence that has been used as an object of the sentence, in this as a subject has been used. Come on, the next relative pronoun, that. That can be used for things, animals, or people as a subject or as an object. दैट वर्ड को हम एनिमल्स के लिए भी यूज कर सकते हैं, थिंग्स के लिए यूज कर सकते हैं, पीपल के लिए यूज कर सकते हैं, यानी नॉन लिविंग और लिविंग दोनों चीजों के लिए हम इनको यूज कर सकते हैं, चाहे वो सब्जेक्ट हो चाहे वो ऑब्जेक्ट हो। लाइक this is the man that I have been speaking of. So for the man, that is a living being, so we have used that word there. But see the next sentence, this is the book that I have been speaking of. यह वह बुक है जिसके बारे में बात कर रहा था, या वह व्यक्ति है जिसके बारे में बात कर रहा था. So that word we can use for person also, for animals also, right? Next sentence, please wait. Both the car and its driver that appeared looked shabby. So you can see, dear students, there is a different condition. So that word we have used here for driver also and for car also. Car is non-living thing, driver is living being. So whenever you find such conditions, so in this condition you can use that word when you have to use any pronoun for one is a living and one is living being, one is a non-living being, non-living thing. So there you can use that word. Okay. Next, Dinesh sir is the best bowler that we have produced. So like in this, dear students, I want to make you understand, whenever you have to use the superlative degree, good, better, best. So best is the superlative degree of good. So whenever you have to use superlative degree, and if you have to use after that any relative pronoun, so there you will use that word. Dinesh sir, the best bowler that we have produced. Okay. Next, what is used for things when its antecedent is not expressed. So what को हम तब यूज करते हैं जब इसका एंटीसीडेंट आई थिंक सभी को पता लग गया कि जिस वर्ड के लिए वो प्रोनाउन यूज किया जाता है. When antecedent is not written there, is not expressed there, so in that condition we should use word like I have found what you have been looking for. You can see that antecedent of what word we haven't written, right? मैंने वो ढूंढ लिया है जिसको तुम ढूंढ रहे थे, मुझे वो मिल गया जिसको तुम ढूंढ रहे थे. So we haven't written any antecedent of what word. So what we use when we don't write the antecedent. Okay. See next sentence, we can give you what you need. We can give you what you need. Antecedent of what is not written there. So what we use when there is no antecedent, right? Now, dear students, on the behalf of this understanding, we should try to do this exercise. Fill in the blanks with relative pronouns. You have to fill the relative pronouns. So first sentence is that God helps those whom help themselves or who help themselves. Which word will come? Please wait. Let me do some setting. Please stay connected. Meanwhile, you can read the question. Let me extend the size of this. Please stay connected. Okay. Who will let me know? Saksham, you please tell me. Saksham, unmute yourself. Start the video. Saksham, please start the video. Now, please tell me what can be the answer.
Sir, whom?
Whom? First or second? Saksham, first or second? Saksham, first word or second word? Okay. I think he has said who or whom. I'm not getting exactly. Okay. So who will come here? God helps those who help themselves. Actually, you know that of this part we need to use subject. हमें इस part का subject use करने की जरूरत है. So who we can use as a subject, but whom we have to use as an object. So subject we have to write here. That's why who we will write. Next sentence. I want to meet the artist. Painting was adjust the best. I want to meet the artist. Painting was adjust the best. So which word we need to mention here? Who will let me know? Ekansh, you please tell me. Ekansh, start the video.
Sir,
Sorry, Ekansh, I'm not getting.
second.
Second means you want to say who's. Very good, right answer. I want to meet the artist whose painting was just the best. Means we want to talk here about the possession, right? That's why we need to use who's there. Next, I have told you what I know, which I know. Who will let me know? Vaibhav, you please try. You please try to tell the answer. Vaibhav.
Sir, which?
Actually, here what will come, because antecedent of what is not given there. So I have told you when antecedent is not given, so we need to use what. Antecedent सभी समझ रहे हो ना कि जिस वर्ड के लिए वो what या which या whose जो भी वर्ड हम यूज कर रहे हैं वो यूज हुआ है, अगर वही वर्ड ना दिया हो तो हम वहां पे वर्ड को यूज करते हैं. Suppose this sentence like if I say that I have told you the matter. I have told you the matter that I knew. So here the matter, that is the antecedent, but the matter is not written here. So that's why antecedent of what is not written. So we need to use what here. Look at the next sentence. The young boy I helped was the only one to come our help. So which word will come here? Who or whom? Natik, you please try. Natik, please tell me what can be the answer. Natik.
Sir, who?
Who?
Sir, who?
First or second?
Sir, first.
Okay, actually here whom will come, because I need to write the object of this part. The boy, the young boy जिसकी मैंने हेल्प की थी, केवल वही मेरी हेल्प करने के लिए आया. Right? So I need to write here object here of this relative clause. Subject is already given there. I is subject, that's already given there. So who we can't write, we have to write whom. Okay. Please mute yourself after giving the answer. Next sentence, these girls are facing the same problem I faced. These girls are facing the same problem I faced. So which word will come here? Between two words. Who will tell me? Prince, you please tell me. Prince, please tell me. Prince. Prince, you have raised your hand. Please tell me the answer. Okay. Rishabh and Sia, you please tell me.
Sir, that.
That. Yes, very good. That will come here. What we can't use, actually, what we have to use when antecedent is not given, but antecedent is given there, the same problem. These girls are facing the same problem that I faced. ये girls भी वो problem face कर रही हैं जो मैंने face की थी. So that is a relative pronoun, and antecedent of that word is the same problem. Okay, so that's why we need to use that here. What we can't use. So if suppose that the same problem, these words are not given here, suppose that, then we can use what, like these girls are facing what I faced. Okay, but antecedent is given there, so what we can't use. Look at the next sentence. I have seen the boy and his cycle fell in the ditch. I have seen the boy and his cycle fell in the ditch. That or which word will come? Vansh, you please tell me. Vansh, which word will come?
Sir, which?
Which actually here that will come. You know why? Because which we can use for animals and things, but whenever condition is that one is any living being and second is no living thing, so we need to talk about his cycle and the boy. These two words are the antecedent. Okay, one is living being and second is no living being, so we need to use in that condition that we can use for the living being and for the non-living things and for animals also. So that is right answer here. Okay. Omission of relative pronouns. Please down your hand because omission we are going to understand. We can often leave out the relative pronoun when it is in the objective case. This is the pen which I bought. So dear friends, here we have to understand. Sometimes it happens there is no need to write the relative pronoun, but condition is that when that relative pronoun has been used is an objective case, then we can remove that relative pronoun. See this example, I have written here, this is the pen which I bought. So सेंटेंस का एक पार्ट तो ये हो गया, this is the pen which I bought. तो which जो है इस वाले पार्ट का वर्ड हो गया. So जो which है वो रिलेटिव प्रोनाउन है, वो यहाँ पे ऑब्जेक्टिव केस की तरह यूज हुआ है क्योंकि सब्जेक्टिव केस ऑलरेडी दिया हुआ है, सब्जेक्टिव दिया हुआ है आई. सो हमें ये समझना है कि जब कभी कोई रिलेटिव प्रोनाउन ऑब्जेक्ट की तरह यूज हो, वहां पे हम उसको नहीं भी लिखेंगे तब भी वो सेंटेंस ठीक होगा. Suppose I have written here, this is the pen which I bought. The same sentence I can write without this relative pronoun also, that will be also right, like this is the pen I bought, or we can also say this is the pen which I bought. So omission of relative pronouns means in which condition we can remove the relative pronoun. Condition is that when any relative pronoun is used as an object of the sentence of the relative clause, in that condition we can remove that relative pronoun. Okay, like this is the pen which I bought, the same sentence we can say in this way also, this is the pen I bought. So I have removed the relative pronoun in this. See the next sentence, the book which I gave you is very interesting. The book which I gave you is very interesting. So which is as an objective case, right? So which we can use because objective case pronoun we can remove. So this sentence I can also write in this way, the book I gave you is very interesting. The boy about whom you were talking is my friend. Same sentence we can write here, the boy you were talking about is my friend. So dear students, whom word has been used here for the boy, so that is objective case because you is already mentioned there. So this whom we can remove. And second point you have to understand, if any preposition is given there before that relative pronoun, so that preposition will come after the sentence, after the clause you were talking about. So by this are this clause ends, so after that we have to add about, right? So on the behalf of this understanding, dear students, we will do this exercise. State these sentences omitting the relative pronoun and putting the preposition in its proper position. हमें इन sentences में से relative pronoun को हटाना है और जो preposition है उसको हमने उस clause के बाद लिखनी है. So let's do that. The man with whom I was discussing the problem was a total stranger. The man with whom I was discussing the problem was a total stranger. So who will let me know the answer of this? Raise your hand. आपको इस सेंटेंस में से रिलेटिव प्रोनाउन हटाना है और प्रेपोजिशन यानी कि विद जो वर्ड है उसको कहां लिखोगे वो भी बताना है. So who will do this? Sia, you please tell me. Sia, please try to give me the answer.
Sir, whom?
No, like you need to say the complete sentence. आपको complete sentence बोलना है. Okay, dear students, I think you are unable to tell the answer. First, I tell you, then you will understand how to give the answer. So you can say the sentence, the man I was discussing the problem with was a total stranger. देखो ये जो वर्ड है whom, उससे पहले preposition भी है, ये preposition whom के लिए है. तो whom वर्ड को यहाँ पे हटाना है क्योंकि हमने यहाँ पे सीखना है omission, यानी कि हम रिलेटिव प्रोनाउन को हटा भी सकते हैं अगर वो ऑब्जेक्टिव केस की तरह यूज किया जाए. तो हमने ये whom को हटा दिया. अब हटा दिया तो ये जो विद preposition है वो कहाँ लिखी जाएगी? वो लिखी जाएगी जिस पार्ट, जो पार्ट जहाँ पे वो रिलेटिव प्रोनाउन यूज किया गया है उस पार्ट के एंड में. तो इस पार्ट का एंड कहाँ है? ये प्रॉब्लम तक है. ठीक है. द मैन वॉज ए टोटल स्ट्रेंजर, ये अलग पार्ट है. राइट. सो विद है, हम यहाँ पे लिखेंगे द मैन आई वॉज डिस्कसिंग द प्रॉब्लम विद was a total stranger. Okay, in this way you have to tell me the answer. Next, I want to visit the town in which Lord Krishna was born. So you have to remove the relative pronoun here. So how will you say this sentence? Who will let me know? Ekansh, you please tell me. Ekansh, how can you say?
I want to visit the town in Lord Krishna was born.
इनकी पोजीशन वो चेंज करो.
I want to visit the town
Lord Krishna
in Lord Krishna was
in
born.
will not be there. In we have to
Lord
use
Krishna.
the Lord Krishna was born in. Okay, the answer very good. You have given approximate right answer. I want to visit the town Lord Krishna was born in. Okay, so in you have to write in the end of that clause. जो क्लोज दी होती है उसके एंड में लिखना होता है. Next, who played the lead role in the movie which your father directed? Who played the lead role in the movie which your father directed? Who will tell me? Saksham, you please tell me. Saksham, please tell me.
Sir, who played the lead role in the movie your father directed?
Very good, right answer. You can see that preposition before the WH word means that relative pronoun is not given, so no need to remove. So simply we can say who played the lead role in the movie your father directed. Okay. Saksham, after giving the answer, please mute yourself. Next, where is the pen which I gave you? Where is the pen which I gave you? Sorry, interrogation mark will come there. I forgot to mention. So where is the pen which I gave you? You need to remove the relative pronoun. How will you say this? Who will let me know? Yug Chaudhary, please tell me.
Sir, where is the pen I gave you?
Where is the pen I gave you? So both the sentences are right. Like I can also say, where is the pen which I gave you? Or I can also say, where is the pen I gave you? Right. Position of the relative pronouns. So about this point, we will understand in our next class. So now, dear students, please raise your hand if you want to ask any question regarding